Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Geeky Leaks podcast. I am Liam.
And I'm Josh.
And this week we got, of course, AMD stuff.
Of course.
Because
so much AMD stuff.
Every week is AMD week, apparently. But that's fine. That's fine with me.
Yep.
But we also got some other cool stuff. We got some phone stuff. We actually got quite a few gaming things this week.
Yep.
And let's waste no time. So the first thing we have here is new leaks for Galaxy Note 8, which me and you are both pretty excited for.
Oh, yeah. Dude, oh, my God. Guys, this phone looks so good. Mm-hmm. The bezels. Oh, my God.
What bezels?
That's what I mean. Like, holy damn.
Yeah, so it's basically, it's a lot of it is stuff we've already kind of figured. Like, we already had, like, the screen size was supposed to be supposedly 6.3 inches. Mm-hmm. Apparently the bezels are going to be ever so slightly less than the S8, which is awesome.
Yep.
But these are leaked renders, and I think we did mention this once before, but we're really, really, really close to the release date now. Mm-hmm. The release date is going to be, or the announcement anyway, is August 23rd, so we're only 19 days away.
True.
And this is pretty interesting. So they're finally doing the dual camera thing, because Samsung has never done this before.
Okay, true.
So that's going to be new.
I'm assuming it's the same thing as LG, where it's one wide, one normal, essentially.
I think so. But one of the things they also talk about is, there's a better picture of it there.
Yeah.
One of the things they talk about is potentially being able to do 2x zoom lossless.
Okay, that's
so
interesting.
So it's like 2x optical zoom, basically.
So it has a zoom.
Yeah.
Instead of a wide shot.
Yeah.
I kind of like that, actually.
Yeah, especially if it's like an optical and it's like actually lossless. That could be pretty sweet.
Because then you're not doing a crop like every other phone does.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, yeah. I like that.
So that was something else they talked about as well. Of course, we'll have like the new S Pens and stuff.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it, personally, is I feel like it's just like placed last minute, which I feel like you guys would probably agree with me, is the fingerprint scanner on the back.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like, oh shit, we need a fingerprint scanner. So let's just put it somewhere.
Well, same with the S8, right?
That's what I mean. And I feel like on both of those phones, they've kind of just dropped the ball on the fingerprint scanner and kind of just said, fuck it.
And it's tough because, like, I don't know. Like, we've seen other companies, like Sony's been doing it on the side of the phone.
Yes, which I also don't like.
And LG's been doing it in the center, which I think is probably the best place for it.
Yes.
But I'm wondering if, and maybe it's a design choice they made, I don't know, but I'm wondering if LG has, like, patents.
Maybe.
Because, like, I don't know, like, off the top of my head, correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't think of any other phone that has a fingerprint sensor where LG has it.
No.
So
I
don't
can't think
know
of that either.
So I don't know if that's a patent thing. Maybe they can't do that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't feel like I don't know much about patents, but I don't think that would be something that's patentable because I feel like that's so like it's a button with a fingerprint scanner. How is that? Lots of people have
I'm not sure either. I'm just wondering because like legit like I hope that is some reason because otherwise it's just stupid.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to give Samsung credit and be like maybe there's a reason for it. But
what I think the main reason they did because they were talking about doing the fingerprint scanner within the screen, right?
Yes.
So I think the reason that it's there is because they couldn't do that for whatever reason. And then they had to put it obviously in there somewhere. Yeah. So then they just took the design they had from the S8 and said, there you go. There's your fingerprint scanner. Yeah. Which makes the most sense to me, I feel. Because if they're trying to push the limits and they couldn't do it, they're kind of just going to revert to what they had before.
For sure. But yeah, it makes sense.
Instead of going back to the drawing board, especially with the amount of time they have left to release it, sort of.
The only thing that is going to suck potentially even more about this setup is that now it's even like you can see how far it is to the corner. Yeah. So it's basically like the same issue the S8 had. It's just probably going to be worse.
Even worse.
Because now there's two cameras, right?
Exactly.
So, and the other thing is apparently it's going to be over $1,000 US.
Okay.
It's going to be pricey apparently.
All right. So, it better be flawless then, because I don't know how you're charging $1,000 premium when your last note was garb.
Yeah. Well, everything about it was totally fine, except it caught on fire.
You didn't have a Note 7, so like, how could you charge? Yeah. That better be the perfect phone.
Yeah.
Like to have, you better nail it, or your credibility is gonna go out the window.
Well, the thing is, they're supposed to go up against the iPhone 8, which is apparently $1,200 US.
Okay, that makes sense that Samsung would compete with iPhone, or with Apple, but
we'll see. I'm hoping that if you're gonna charge that premium, I'm hoping there's some crazy, awesome breakthrough new thing with the S Pen, maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it would be.
I don't see what it could be, but yeah,
we'll see. But basically, I'm fairly confident in saying like, bam, this is probably the Note 8.
Probably. We're very close.
Yeah. So it looks either way, it looks gorgeous.
It looks Samsung S2, like it looks like what you would expect their phones to look like. So.
Yeah. So that should be awesome. So that's going to be announced on August 23rd. So stay tuned for that, guys.
Very shortly.
And speaking of phones, this next one is really crazy. We talked about this red phone before.
Yeah, I think it was last episode or the week before.
I want to say it was. I think it was 2 weeks. I think it was 2 ago.
But yeah, we talked about the red prototype phone. That they released like a single render for, and it was just like this weird dark photo with one strip of light showing their logo and stuff. You got a little bit of details on it, like you could see the pins in the back, you could see that it was Type-C, had a headphone jack, like regular stuff, but they only showed the back of the phone. So now, Marcus Brownlee, if you guys have never heard of Marcus Brownlee, which I'm sure you have if you're watching our channel.
Yeah, probably. He's huge.
He just released his video where he has a world exclusive with Red. I guess they invited him to go check out the prototypes they have for the new phone. And basically, they have 3 different prototypes. You'll see in the video. One is like the body, so you get the actual like final design of the camera, or sorry, of the I said camera because it's red, lol. Final design of the phone, and then there was another prototype that had the screen working, which they couldn't show, but they end up showing Marcus Brownlee's reaction, which is like, I guess, it kind of gives you an idea because he's kind of like, oh, like it's kind of interesting. Like he doesn't have a bad reaction, so that's a good news, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they show, the one that I'm really interested in is the prototype where there's modules attached. Mm-hmm. So now there's like a camera mount or a lens mount on it. And they had like, okay, the one thing that I was talking to you about too, which I was very surprised by, I thought the modules make the phone like thick, like a good thickness, like maybe an inch.
Yeah.
Because you're adding a camera mount or a lens mount to it.
And in the video, like it definitely makes it thicker, but not that
like
much,
I was
really,
surprised. The modules are like really thin.
It's
like
basically just like double the thickness of the phone regularly.
Yeah. And that was 2 modules attached.
Yeah.
Because there was I don't know what was what.
Like the one was a lens on the back.
Yeah, it was like a lens mount on the back, and then I think the phone
Maybe like
was
battery or something. Or
a battery, and then like the phone's on the front. I don't know, but they had like 3 different modules attached together, and you'll see it in the video. And it's really only maybe
like
I don't know,
quarter-inch-ish thick,
like
maybe?
double the thickness of the phone, like you said.
Yeah,
so it's really not like thick, like I was expecting it to be.
And speaking of $1,200, this thing's going to be like roughly the same price as the iPhone 8, apparently. So
yeah, and then the other thing I was talking about my friends with is like, yes, this is a $1,200 phone. It's very expensive and very premium, but like if you're an actual cinematographer or video maker, you can take this and combine it into the price that you would spend on a camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna buy a nice camcorder, which this is a camcorder, it's not a DSLR, so we wouldn't have the problem of like 30 minutes and stuff.
Yeah.
You'd basically just combine the price of what you'd spend on the camera and the phone.
Yeah, really.
So if
and
I
then
would
you're probably
regularly
gonna get good specs for that too in the phone. Like,
exactly
as a phone.
like
so.
I would regularly buy $1,000 phone because I carry my phone every day, obviously, and use it like crazy.
Yeah.
But if I was to be able to combine the two and have a beast cinema camera or just a good camcorder, and my phone in one. And even at that point have the option to whether to make it a camcorder for a professional shoot or just to make it my phone that has decent camera.
Yeah.
Like
gives you more options, right?
Yeah, and the price doesn't seem that steep to me at that point.
Yeah, it's not about it. I think we said this before too. It's not about how cheap this is because it's still an expensive phone. It's just that like it's a red product.
And
like,
now
this is quality. You know?
And now it's basically 2 products in one.
Yeah.
So you get a phone and a beast camera.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. They don't have an announcement date for it yet, but I'm stoked to see this, man. This thing is gonna be ridiculous.
I can't remember, but I heard that they're gonna announce something within the next couple. I think in the video, Marcus Brownlee at the end talks that
he says
they're gonna have a working body and screen very soon.
Okay.
And then I think he says within the next few months they should have all the prototypes down into
like one device.
The one device.
Fair.
Because we were looking at it right now. It's like as of now they basically just only have each component independently working.
Fair.
So like the screen is in a prototype and it works. The body is its own thing, and then the modules are their own thing.
Yeah, so they need to get everything into one.
Exactly.
It's coming together, though.
It's there.
Yep.
And this video was really just to prove that they're actually doing it, because people don't believe them.
Yeah.
Which I totally get.
I mean, it's a pretty crazy concept.
It's kind of skeptical right now, but they're doing it.
Yeah. It looks cool. I'm stoked for it. Speaking of other cool stuff, this is... You show me this. This is US deals only, I think.
Yeah.
But this is just a quick mention. There's like crazy deals on Aukey battery banks right now.
Yep. Not even battery banks. It's literally everything Aukey.
Oh, power strips and just other stuff too.
Dude,
there's like a dash cam.
Yeah, there's weird.
Fair.
There's a bunch of stuff like a table lamp, touch sensor table lamp, like weird stuff, and it's like decent prices, like a 30% off. I think there's a few things that are 50% off. Yeah, 63.
This thing's 63. So.
Yep, and they even have like I don't know. I haven't even seen them before. I didn't even make them, but like they literally have like like Mac Pros, like the trash can Mac Pros.
Yeah.
They have a power bank that's basically that. So it's huge.
Oh, fair.
It's just like a big trash can Mac Pro, basically is what it looks like. And then there's AC outlets on it. And there's like 7 USB on it.
Sweet.
And it's all quick charge.
That's cool.
So it's like, holy cow, this thing is like
they're not messing around.
A beast.
Yeah.
I think it was like $50. No, $40. $40 right now.
Yeah.
Power strip with 12 outlets and 6 USB ports. Okay, it's a power strip. So it's like a power bar.
Still though, that's cool.
But
that's awesome.
It's got lighting on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in picking up any chargers, anything else, that's like it's all listed in the article here, but there's like crazy deals on some of this stuff.
Oh yeah.
US only. Right?
As far as I've seen. Yeah. I went to Amazon.ca and tried to see if I could find any of these deals and I couldn't.
Yeah.
So and all these links lead you to .com. So.
Yeah. But still, yeah, it's a quick shout out for that. Okay. So I will try to be quick. Because I can go on forever. Basically, Threadripper's fully announced.
Yep.
Like, all the details are out, the pricing's out.
All the stuff.
Clock speeds, everything. Without getting too long-winded about it. Like, you guys can see specs here. So there's the 16 core, 3.4 gig base, and 4 gigahertz boost still. That's obviously going to be on like 1 or 2 cores.
Yeah.
Then you got the 12 core, 3.5 gig base for boost, and there's an 8 core one which we previously did not know about. This one's new. It was not really rumored or even announced. We thought there might be like a 10 core or something,
Right.
but
Coming
we
down
didn't know
from
about
the
the 8.
12 core.
So basically, your 16 cores are grand, the 12 core is 8, and this 8 core is $549. Now, a lot of like some people were asking, well, why do they have an 8 core SKU? There's already the 1800X. But the thing is, first of all, the 1800X has pretty much got pretty much has a price drop on it now.
Yeah.
It's really only like $420 US. So it's a $130 price difference between these two. So what do you get for the extra $130? Well, I mean, the base clock is higher, but really what it's all about is you're getting the X399 platform. So you get like the quad channel memory, and unlike Intel, AMD has the same amount of I/O on every one of these. So every one of these, even the 549 chip, is 64 PCI Express lanes.
Damn.
Yeah. So they're not differentiating by ins and outs.
Yep.
It's just cores and clock speed.
Yep.
That is it. So if you're the kind of person that's like, well, I don't really, like 8 cores is probably all I need, but I really need a lot of RAM. There you go. Or like 8 cores is enough, but like I really need like 3 or 4 GPUs because whatever I'm doing.
You can still do it.
You can do it with this, no problem.
Yep.
Or I want like 2 or 3 M.2 SSD, like whatever. Like you have all the connectivity you could want.
Yep.
But now you can get it in a like $549 processor.
Exactly.
Because Intel nerfed their 8 core this time around to have only 28 lanes.
There you go.
So to get even the 44 that Intel offers on their high-end ones is still $1,000.
And so half the price and more lanes.
Yes, half the price, more lanes, couple less cores, but like whatever. Or you can go
They're
for
faster clock though, aren't they?
Sort of.
Okay.
Intel's doing this weird thing with Turbo Boost now, where you can get 2 cores at 4.5 gigs on the 10 core.
Okay.
But all 10 cores is 3 point something. It's slightly lower than this. But again, for the same price as that 10 core, you can get this 16 core chip.
Exactly.
So either or. So Threadripper is probably going to be freaking awesome, much like Ryzen was when it came out, and it just decimated everything else pretty much, for the money anyway. And then they have a little chart here that shows some more details about like comparing it against other Intel chips.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite one though, is they showed against, this is the 8 core chip, and that's like $50 more still than this chip. And this one has 114% more PCI Express lanes.
Wow.
Because the Intel one only has 28, right?
Exactly.
So I like this chart. It makes me happy. Yeah, but that would be the reason why they have the 1900X, because it's only slightly more than the 1800. But if you just, again, if you need a bunch of RAM, or if you need more of graphics cards or whatever, you can still have that option, and it's less expensive.
There's another way to stick it to Intel, right?
Pretty much, yeah, yeah.
Because at this point, like AMD is sticking it to them.
Oh
like,
yeah,
hard.
And actually, there was another review that I was checking out, or like leaked stuff, whatever you want to call it, and it was the R7 1700.
Okay.
Overclocked to 4 gigs versus a Skylake X chip, the 8 core, 7820X or whatever it is, at 4 gigs. Guess what? Because Intel did the restructuring of the cache in gaming, pretty much the same.
So yeah,
like some games, Intel
it's gonna be significantly cheaper.
In some games, Intel one's still faster.
Probably not much though.
I think there's one game where it was significant, but like most of the games was like if it won, it was by like 5%, and most of them were even. Except that that car alarm's going off again.
Oh jeez, I was gonna say, what is that noise?
Yeah, but yeah, except the difference is that the Intel 8 core chip is $600, and the R7 1700 is like literally $300 and comes with a cooler.
Yeah, there you go. So it's just half the money and more, theoretically more performance, or even performance.
Or like, yeah, if nothing else, it's the same performance, except it also comes with a cooler.
Yeah, so you win. It's win-win.
Yeah. So anyway, trying to be quick here. More AMD stuff. This is another one I will try to be quick with. Vega. So obviously we've talked about Vega on here a whole bunch of times.
Of course.
And we've known most of these things about it, but what we know now is also about the Vega 56, which we previously didn't. Like we figured they'd do a cut down version of Vega.
Yeah.
Because they're
going to.
But now we have more details on it. So we'll talk about the packs in a second.
Access to the bundles.
But basically the Vega 56, I don't know if they have a little thing for it in here. Yeah, okay. So basically the Vega 56 is obviously a slightly cut down version. It's got slightly lower clock speed, slightly lower kind of everything. The TDP is down by quite a bit.
Makes sense.
But the thing is, AMD has openly stated that the top end Vega is going to be competitive with a 1080, which means it'll probably win some, lose some, kind of trade blows.
Yep.
AMD has said the Vega 56 beats 1070. Just flat out beats it.
Cool.
So we'll have to see when we wait for reviews.
I'll take their word for it, but
AMD seems very confident in it, and I mean this is going to be a $400 chip, so it's a little bit more expensive than a 1070.
Okay.
But
it'll beat it.
But apparently it beats it in pretty much everything.
Okay.
So we'll have to see.
We'll see how much it beats it by.
Yeah,
that'll be the distinguishing factor.
That's the other thing. If it only beats it by like literally 5%, then like
doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make. But if it's actually like say like 10-20%, it's okay.
It justifies the cost.
Yeah, could be pretty interesting. And the other thing too, historically, like with when they did the Fury and the Fury X, the Fury and the Fury X at the same clock speed, like maybe 5% difference.
Okay.
Even though it had quite a few less stream processors.
Yeah.
So if this is going to be the same kind of thing where like the Vega 56 is like, if you get it to the same clock speed, it's like barely any slower.
Yep.
This might be a way better bargain for everybody. This might be the better card to get if you
rather than the 64.
Potentially, yeah. Because like if you can get like say an aftermarket 56, like a Strix or an MSI Twin Frozer or something, and overclock the crap out of it, then it might be like literally like right nipping on the heels of the 64.
Exactly.
But now it's $100 less.
Exactly.
So that might be a cool thing as well.
Yep.
And therefore it might even be nipping on the heels of the 1080, but for like $100 less.
True.
Which could be interesting. So definitely something to keep an eye out. They also like obviously there's gonna be the liquid cool versions of these as well. Yeah. But the other thing I want to talk about quickly that they're doing is these kind of bundle packs. And
this is cool.
Yeah, so basically the deal is you spend $100 more on these packs, they're calling them. And what it is they give you deals on other things. So if you spend $100 more on, say, the Vega 64 air cooled instead of $500, now it's $600. Now you get all these. I don't know if they show them in here, but they'll give you like $100 off a monitor. They give you 2 free games. Yeah. If you're in the US, it varies by region, but if you're in the US, you get Wolfenstein 2 and Prey.
Sweet.
Included. And then you also get $100 off a Ryzen motherboard, CPU, and motherboard combo.
Yep. Which
is sweet. So basically, if you're building a system, if you spend the extra $100, you can get like $4-ish $100 in stuff.
Yep.
That's, I mean, just those 2 games is worth more than $100.
Exactly.
So, I mean, like it's almost worth it even if you just took the games and didn't buy anything else.
If you're gonna buy a CPU motherboard, then you might as well just get a bundle.
Yeah, and if you're looking at a monitor, I think they said it's up to $200 off depending which one you get.
Yeah, there you go. So, I know they're hop-in monitors for the most part, like they're high-end, so they're probably expensive. But still.
It depends on the monitor, because I don't know if they're going to do $200 blanket on any FreeSync monitor.
Probably not.
But there are reasonably cheap FreeSync monitors, and even if it was only $100 off of it, but the monitor was already like, say, like $330, it might be still a good deal, you know?
I'd guess it's probably only specific monitors at that point, because like, first of all, they'd have to work with the manufacturer, so it's only probably one manufacturer, maybe a few at the most. You know, like they're probably only working with one.
I could be wrong. I think they're working with retailers on this and not manufacturers.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, so I think they're talking to people like Newegg and
so then it would be up to Newegg what they'd want to do at that point, because then they would be taking the cost at that point, not the manufacturer.
Yeah, and the other thing that was pointed out, Ryan Shroud at PC Perspective was talking about this on the podcast that they do. He was talking about how, like, for AMD this could also be good. Maybe not necessarily the best for consumers, but for AMD it could be good in the sense that, like, if you're going to buy a Vega when they come out, and there's a lot of Vega SKUs available for, say, the $600 price point with the pack, but there's none really available at the $599 or $499 price point.
Yeah.
It might be AMD's way of saying, well, we really wanted to sell this card for $600, but we didn't want to have the stigma of pricing it at $600.
True.
You know what I mean? So, but for AMD, that kind of gives them the option of, like, because really, this bundle pack doesn't come with anything other than the card unless you take advantage of it, right? So, as a consumer, if you buy this bundle pack, you have to go out and buy that monitor. You have to go out and buy that whatever else.
Yes.
So if there's a bunch of these cards that are $600 and you can't find them at $499, that kind of might tell us that AMD really wanted to charge $600 for it, but they didn't want to be like, oh, we're more expensive than the 1080.
Yeah.
So, but it also gives AMD flexibility. If these are selling, then put more stock into the SKU.
True.
If these aren't selling, then you can take stock. Well, it gives them that kind of flexibility, right?
They can choose.
Yeah. So it's kind of an interesting way of going about it. But I still think for all of us, I think the Vega 56 is going to be the one. Like that's going to be like the price performance, like awesome card.
I mean, it's always the 70 series. That's like the price performance, right? So
yeah, and that's pretty much exactly what this is. It's their 70 series.
Exactly.
The other thing that's not really talked about too much here, but there is also, and it's been pictured, there's also a Vega Nano.
Okay. That makes sense.
Much like with the Fury Nano, so that could be cool. Apparently, and there's like no official details on this at all, but apparently, it's gonna have like way lower TDP, like 150 watts, like the Fury. But it's gonna have all the stream processors in it, so it's probably gonna have way lower clock speed, but it'll be a lot less power, a lot less heat, and it's gonna be small. Yeah. So that could be very interesting. So, Yeah,
cool.
I don't know. It's there. Everything launches on August 14th.
So, I mean, we'll find out then.
Yep. So that should be awesome. I'm like super stoked for that.
And then probably everybody has the cards, and they probably already done their testing at this point because it's only 10 days away at that point.
Yeah.
So they probably already have them, and they just under embargo type of thing can't actually reveal any information until the 14th.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
if they don't already have them, they're gonna have them like any day.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, we'll probably do one last thing with Vega where we talk about the actual benchmarks when the reviews are out.
Yeah.
And then that'll probably be it for a while.
Yeah.
Same with Threadripper because we've just been talking about them so much. But...
Well, it's been in the news, right? That's the point.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Speaking of in the news, this one's gonna be quick because we've already talked about the SKU a lot. It's just now we have a launch date.
Did I mention I hate Intel right now?
I think everybody has a bit of beef with Intel right now.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
for justified reasons, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would agree. But now we know when the 18-core i9-7980XE Extreme Edition is launching. It's going to be October 18th. And this build is beautiful.
Of course.
Of course. I mean, of course it is. But, yeah.
But the CPU doesn't make the build.
No.
Not there.
But it does make the price.
True.
Because it's a $2,000 CPU.
Yep. And half the price.
The only other thing I was going to mention about this is we now have a base clock, which is only 2.6 gigahertz.
I was going to say it sucks.
It's kind of rough.
Like,
not and happy. If the overclocking we've already seen on the 10 core is anything to go by, I don't know how overclocking is going to be on this thing. It's going to be rough.
Just compare this to AMD's 18 core.
It's going to be rough.
And it looks like a joke.
So, especially double the price. If it was the same price, then I'd say, okay, sure.
Like, it's higher clocked from the AMD version.
Yeah, a lot.
And it's half the price.
Yep.
Like, it's literally no brainer.
And
like,
it has more PCI Express lanes.
That's what I mean. Like, literally, Intel is not competing. So
they think they're trying, but they're not.
Maybe they're topped out.
Maybe
they're maxed out now.
I think Intel just is. I think Intel's afraid to back off, because I think that Intel, like, and I could be wrong. Like, this is totally my opinion and speculation, but I think Intel's like they've been this top dog for situation for so long. I think they're kind of afraid to not admit defeat necessarily, but they're kind of afraid to be like, oh man, like we have to drag. Because if the problem Intel has now too is if they half the price on this, it would be great for everybody.
Yeah.
But that's for Intel, I think that'd be like kind of admitting like, crap, we're not top dog anymore.
Yes.
Like we submit kind of thing. And that's why they're not doing that.
But if they want people to not be pissed at them, that's what they have to do.
And I think it's going to come bite them.
Yep.
We'll see in maybe another year once Ryzen and Threadripper have been out for a while.
Sure.
But I think this is going to come bite them.
Because like even if they, let's say they cut the price by like 50%. Literally, there's 50% price gone. It's still better to buy the AMD chip. So they cannot win. They're literally incapable of winning this.
Pretty much.
Like they'd have to take a cost hit in order to win that battle.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like this round, they're not going to win. The only thing they can do is step their game up big time for next gen.
Sure, and they're probably planning on doing that, I imagine.
Well, no, they're not. Not for the mainstream. Remember we were talking about?
Oh yeah, true, fair.
That's a whole other thing. We won't even get into that this week. We'll talk about that next week. But
yeah,
because we got to get into some gaming stuff now.
Yeah,
because video games. So PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
I didn't even know about this.
So I haven't played it yet. You hadn't even heard of it.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys might not have heard of it either. But if you haven't heard about it, it's been out in like beta or whatever.
Yeah.
For several months.
Was it like a Steam Greenlight, right? Is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah.
I could be wrong on the name.
No, Steam Greenlight's the name. I just don't know if it's a Steam Greenlight game or if it's just like a beta that's available.
It's not for a beta game anyway.
But
that's the point.
An Xbox port of it is apparently in development as well.
Okay.
But the reason that we're talking about it here is because other than Dota 2, obviously, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive,
which is obvious.
This is the most played game on Steam. Other than those two.
Like that's crazy.
Like and this article is a few days old now too. Like this is from the 31st. So like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is killing it right now.
You know how fast it climbs? Like I know nothing about this.
I don't have the chart to see how fast it climbed, but it's only been out for maybe like 4 or 5 months.
Wow.
Like it's brand new.
So this thing is
it's not even a full release. It's not even a full release game yet.
Like this thing is like catching on fire.
It's blowing up.
Damn.
Like it's crazy, man.
It's like throwing gasoline on a fire.
So yeah, I mean it's overtaken Fallout, GTA 5.
That's like even Payday 2. Wow, Payday 2 is still a huge game. Damn.
Yep.
Like Left 4 Dead 2 is in top 10.
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 is awesome.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. If you guys haven't checked this game out, I haven't played it yet. I like am starting to feel like I should check this out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like
top
it's
3
just
game
blowing up like crazy.
Like,
I mean, it's not super cheap, but for an unfinished game, I don't know if I'd want to pay. I think it's like 33 Canadian,
Yeah,
or 30
yeah.
bucks. But it still looks really cool, and obviously people are digging it. So maybe once the full release is out, maybe we'll check it out then. Maybe we'll do like some gameplay video or something of it. Maybe
I'm down. Yeah. Benchmark it. Show
if you
it
guys haven't
off.
checked out the game, just look up some gameplay footage. It does look pretty fun, honestly.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just couldn't believe that when I heard that. I was like, what? Anyway, moving on though. This one is one I want to tell really quick because this is just awesome.
Yeah, this is super cool.
So Alien Isolation used to have a VR mode. Then, for whatever reason, it kind of just stopped being a thing.
Yeah.
But some Reddit users went in and re-enabled it with this patch they made. And pretty much this sums it up. It's a Rift-only alpha and lacks comfort features, but it actually works really well.
Dude, it's probably so scary.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, it's probably terrifying.
That game is already sketchy.
That's what I mean.
I can't even imagine that
like,
in Rift.
Oh.
So they go through and they talk about like all the finer details of it, but I just thought this was really cool. Especially, I mean, I don't know if anybody out there that watches our show has a Rift, but if you do and you ever wanted to play Alien Isolation in VR, you can again.
Yep.
It's actually a thing. And I would highly recommend it because Alien Isolation is really fun.
Yep.
Especially if you're an Alien fan.
If you want to scare the crap out of yourself, then
Yep.
yeah, you go ahead and do that.
Yep, exactly.
I'll pass.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. And last but not least, this is, I would describe this as sad face.
Yeah, this is, I guess we shouldn't have ended on this one, but...
It's kind of sad, but
whatever. Kind of weird. It's very quick, but yeah, Destiny 2 apparently is not going to be able to play nice with FRAPS and Discord, I don't understand. Like,
yeah, I don't really
really?
get that one.
I don't get it. Like, I get FRAPS, like a frame counter, but I don't get Discord.
Same with MSI Afterburner. Like, why would you not, like, I don't know.
I think if you're talking MSI Afterburner, if you're doing the frame counter and stuff in it,
Okay.
because you can do the overlay and stuff
Fair,
from afterward.
okay.
Maybe
But-
that's. I just assumed. I don't know if that's a thing.
Yeah, fair.
But like, I don't understand Discord. Like, why wouldn't it play? That's just I have my browser open.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
what?
unless we're talking about the installed app.
Yeah, or maybe
But
there's like an
still, though.
in-game
I don't know.
Discord feed. I don't know.
I don't
I've
know.
never played Destiny, so I don't know because it's not available on PC, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, how about you guys fix that? Like, hey, Bungie,
Yeah.
Bungie,
Yeah, Bungie.
you fix that.
Yeah.
Bad Bungie.
Yeah. No, Bungie, that's a bad Bungie.
It's like Halo 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Bungie.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't get the 4-shot, Bungie.
Yep. Oh, Bungie.
You make good games, but like, yeah, you should probably fix that
You
because
make
like
good games and you do silly things.
you're gonna release your first PC title since Halo 2, and it's not gonna have that sort of thing in it. That's kind of crazy
Especially
to me.
FRAPS is so universal.
Like everyone's gonna want to know their frames in a brand new game from Bungie for PC.
FRAPS has been around like for forever for all intents and purposes.
I'll be okay with it if they throw their own frame counter in there.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Or like
And then
GeForce
they're-
Experience works with it flawlessly, or like AMD Control Center or something works with it flawlessly.
Okay.
Sure.
But by the sounds of this article, it doesn't sound like that's gonna happen.
Yeah. We'll have
So
to see.
get ready to riot.
So if
and
anybody
blame Bungie.
Yeah, get
Yeah.
your torches and pitchforks ready. All right. Bungie.
Yep.
But yeah, that is pretty much it for this week. We got to rip on Bungie at the end because hey, somebody's got to do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, that is all. Yeah. That is going to do it for this week. That is everything. Like the video if you liked it. Share it around. Post it on your friend's wall on Facebook or something. And stay tuned. We'll be back next week. Thanks for watching.